What up, yo? It's your boy Juice. So, I don't know why nobody knew that the blood moon would be a blood moon in the morning. And I think I do, but I don't. Um, because everybody was told that it would be at like 10 at night, 11 at night, midnight, and but for the most part it did turn red and it was a blood moon, but it was more so the eclipse, right? Um, I don't see anybody or hear anybody talking about how it was very, very bloody and red in the morning. Nobody. Well, so far. I mean, I can't say nobody, but I think it's more so because everybody was aware that it would be happening at night, so nobody was looking for it in the morning. I happened to get lucky and see it in the morning because I took the videos. I was like, the moon's already bloody, right? I didn't expect that either. I did not go out there and know that it would be bloody, right? Like I just went out there and I was like, "Whoa!" Right? Like, and then like I waited for it at night, and it was disappointing. You know what I mean? Because like for the most part, it was eclipsed. I mean, you could see that it was blood red and that it was red, but for the most part, it was eclipsed. So it was almost like you couldn't really see its gratefulness in a way, right? Like I don't know. I just I haven't come across any channels yet that were like, hey, look at the blood moon in the morning, right? Like again, I wasn't aware of this. It's not like I was like, I got the upper hand because I already know it's gonna be that way in the morning, right? Like no, I wasn't nothing like that. I just I'm always looking at the sky. I have been for years. You know what I mean? I've been waiting for this day for a long time, and so I'm always looking at the sky. It's not like I mean every day, morning, night, lunch, every time I go out, right? Like I think that's a lot of people's problems is not, especially nowadays. Everybody's always looking down, right? And that's because they're looking at their phones everywhere they go. And which there's nothing wrong with that, and I do too. But hey, sometimes put your phone away, breathe in the world, stand and listen, and appreciate it for what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me though. Because I know distractions can be a bit much at times, especially when you got like a new TV show or a video game or like something that you're like really interested in doing, or some kind of an app or something. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't even have to be that. Maybe you like to play tennis or something. I was gonna say golf, but I'm like, I think you'd be able to look up at the sky and be like, "Whoa, what is that?" And you're like, "Par," and the ball's just like whack, and you're like watching the ball like go up in the air. Hey, look, what's that? I don't know. Anyways, so a lot of bad weather is coming. Um, East Coast is about to get a hurricane, I believe, in the next 10 days. They're showing it about the 25th to the 26th, and it's looking like a monster. So basically, what the models are showing now is that it's going to start here in the Caribbean. It's going to come through past the Yucatan and then turn right into Florida and Alabama, right? So it's going to probably hit about right here directly, is what the models are saying. I do not know. 10 days is a long way. All the models are showing it in favor of this, which is usually a pretty good indicator that's what's going to happen. But, but, man is not controlling nature, okay? He doesn't control the nature, okay? I know, there's documents. I know, there's the Ho Chi Minh Trail in Vietnam. They say they did this and they did that, right? But you believe those guys? I mean, do you believe those guys? I don't think you should believe those guys. And this is kind of a point that I wanted to make too. Don't believe everything that sounds good, okay? If you do as much research as you can about it before you make your own decision. Notice how I said that slow. That way you'll understand. I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm looking for the answers. I know a lot of answers I will never get. And that's because some things just cannot be explained. There's a lot of videos that I made that I destroyed. Okay? Because when I first started making videos, I had a lot of scary stuff happening. A lot of supernatural scary. Like, so much that it was, like, scary. I took a video of some smoke, right? In the light. I'm using the frequencies because they're bouncing off of each other and they're bouncing off the walls, they're bouncing off of you, they're going through your house. This is why you hear your house like cracks sometimes a lot. You'll hear the TV crack, you'll hear the door crack, you'll hear the wall. And it's in sync. It'll literally be like door, wall, TV. So it's like you hear like, right? And you're like looking around like, what the hell was that, right? And it sounds like somebody knocked, and it's like, no. Nobody out there. So you'll hear it a lot in your electronics, that's for sure. Like the walls and stuff like that. That's because there's like literally like a wave of energy blasting through the wall. Like it's going through you, the house. It went into your neighbor's house. So after it hit your house, it went into your neighbor's house, right? Like it's just like energy that went through the wall. I've shown you that with the waves that are just in the air, right? Of nothingness. So I used these frequencies and these waves, and I was using smoke. I trapped the smoke so that the smoke is kind of like in a compact area, right? So with that being said, I created like a box where like there's like walls, right? So the frequencies would bounce back and forth in these walls. Like in some videos, I should record one where you can see the waves bouncing back. But I have to wait for a day where like the ground is gyrating pretty good. This would be one and the same as me waiting in Africa by the pond, waiting for the gazelles to come drink water and hoping that there's a lion hiding in the grass. Does this make sense? So I have to wait for like this perfect moment, in other words, right? For like that to happen. So, anyways, this hurricane is supposed to come through this way. Go to the East Coast. Look at that guy's face right there. Oh, he looks happy. He looks like an Indian guy. Oh, man. Hold on. Right there. Bang. Whoa. Kind of looks like me. Interesting. That guy's cool. I mean, he looks happy. He doesn't look mean or like demonic. He actually looks pretty happy. He's like smiling and everything, right? He's like, how you doing? I'm pretty good. About yourself? So, it's supposed to come out here, then do a loop-de-loop, and come back to the East Coast. This is kind of like the JFK magical bullet. So, don't ask. I don't know. But, again. Oh, and the earthquakes are starting to become more concentrated. This is out of the ordinary right here. Because it's usually over here. Not here. Which is also unordinary in itself. These are your problem areas where I was telling you there's always like rumbling and blah blah blah. Okay. Here we go. Here's more. This is the area I'm usually showing you where the explosion is happening, where it's like a sprite. There's like it spreads into like a sparkly, right? It just goes bang, right? I'm always like bang, bang, Shazam, there it is, right? Like, and then Boise, by Boise right here is usually where it's doing it. And then right here is where I'm always showing you the tunnels as well. So they're becoming more concentrated, and like especially here in California. The other night, man, it was probably the most concentrated I had ever seen it as far as the frequencies moving. You know, when it shows up that it's not rain. But I was unable to catch it. I think I was just like too tired, and I was just like whatever, and I fell asleep. So over here, they've been having quite some trouble too. And I want to say like they're having a money problem too. Like all the ATMs went out and they couldn't get no money. So, which is kind of funny because here in Texas, their company ERCO is starting to tell everybody to conserve on. This is an out of the ordinary one too. To conserve your energy because the power plants are going down, right? And it's like, oh god, that's what y'all said about winter, right? When the snow came. But now they're like, it's too hot. So I'm like, I don't know, whatever. And I know everybody's been talking about this area right here. I have skipped it, but now I'm telling you that the earthquakes are becoming concentrated because everybody kept saying the buoys are moving, and it's like, yeah, well, that's just gas coming from the bottom of the ocean and burping, right? Which is also magma movement and earthquakes, but sometimes these things take time. They don't happen the same day, the same week. Remember, Creator works on his time, not yours. Okay? So it's whenever he wants. Okay? I think we all need to understand that. We can't force things, so don't. Let it be. Be humble, be grateful, be thankful, love each other and be kind, and keep on searching for the truth. Remember, I love everyone, like a brother and a sister. I just want you all to go in the right way, and I hope that I'm going the right way. That's all. That's pretty much it.